hills, where at least one rider takes a header on every hairpin turn.
When it opened as a speedway, it was motorbikes that raced there first. Then in 1937 they introduced car racing, midget car racing, and they brought down a team of 5 Americans and I think it was 3 Australians. And we only had 2 cars that had been built here then running. That's how it all started. And this car won the first race. My name's Gordon McIsaac, and I first started going to Speedway in 1945, and when I was 8 years old. My brother took me there. I didn't really want to go. I didn't know what it was. I wanted to go and see a cowboy movie. As soon as I got there and saw the cars going around, the speed and the noise, and that was it. That was me forever. Speedway.
Oh, I love Western Springs. I think it delivers a lot to the community. I first started coming to Speedway when I was 4, so that's 50 years ago. And then I had my rugby club here. I'm one of the people that actually moved and bought a house close so I could walk to Western Springs. Yeah, hi, my name's Dave Atkins. I'm the treasurer here at Ponsonby and a life member. I joined the club in 1989 and I've enjoyed playing for the club, captaining the club, coaching the club, and now I'm on the committee. Ponsonby, we moved in about 30 years ago and we've coexisted alongside Speedway really well for the last 30 years.
All us older guys, when we go there, we sit there and remember all what happened in the past when we were going there, and it's just a feeling, just a history. You know, when a thing builds up heritage like that, it's got a feeling there. Horrible. It's the worst thing that ever happened.
I think this closure of Speedway, from my perspective as a real Speedway fan, is a real travesty. I think it's one of the most amazing Speedway parks in the world.
Why do I think it's happening? Because the council had been wanting to close it for for a couple of years.
I think the relationship between the council and Speedway has been quite fractured for quite a long time. They clearly tried to get Speedway out a few years ago. They tried to do it with noise. The council's just got their own agenda, the councillors. They've got different, KPIs. Some of them want to make money, some want to save money. There's 3 main options. The council's promoting the privatisation of the park to AFC, which obviously it's in its first year, run by some offshore guys and a couple of billionaires. The second option, which they're calling the Bowl, is a collaboration between Ponsonby and some concert promoters where they'll erect a permanent stage both on the inner fields and the outer fields and facilitate club rooms for Ponsonby. And then option 3, I think, is possibly the most likely, that they haven't thought things through. They might get things in the right chronological order. If Speedway goes to Waikaraka, then I'll definitely go. But it won't be the same experience as Western Springs. You know, Waikaraka just doesn't have the same ambience, it doesn't have the same infrastructure, doesn't enjoy the same sun and sunsets that you get at Western Springs. It's a much smaller, much more tired space.
To Waikaraka, I certainly won't be going there. It won't have the same atmosphere because there's no history there, only stock cars. Our history's gone now, the heritage, 96 years. The night started off sad for me and a lot of other people, and but the racing was pretty good. And the feat was 96 lap. Well, that was awesome, from start to finish.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, quite an emotional night here at Lucas Oil Western Springs Speedway, the last lap. And we come to the last race and the last lap. We've got a 96 lap race celebrating 96 years of racing at Lucas Oil Western Springs Speedway.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you came for. 96 laps at Lucas Oil Western Springs Speedway for the last lap. Get on the edge of your seat. We are set to go racing. Brock Maskovich off the front, and we take the green, and we are racing.
They were racing neck and neck, you know. Then they had a pit stop and the restart had just carried on. There was one guy pushing Michael to the limit. We were standing up like the old days, screaming for Michael, and others were screaming for the other guy. And so right to the finish, it was good.
Ladies and gentlemen, your feature winner for the 96-lapper, Michael Pickett.
Is that the best moment ever? It's pretty special, you know. I mean, hopefully that really isn't the last, but as of right now it is. So it's you know, it's magic. I mean, I want to thank all you guys for coming out tonight. This is the biggest crowd I've ever seen in my lifetime. So congrats to you guys for sitting through tonight, and I hope you really enjoyed it.
When it had finished, then you sort of sat there and thought, well, that's it, it's gone.
Please forgive me as I say this. I love you all, but for the decision that was made, fuck 'em.